Right, let's go from something modern to a classic. Yeah, as if I was that lucky. We're doing a remake of a classic. Fuck. Hello everyone and welcome to Rejected, where we either reject or rejoice in all things everything. And in this review, we're looking at Halloween by Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie of music fame turned to film with House of 1,000 Corpses, which is just a bloodbath of a film. He also made The Devil's Reject, which was okay, and then turned his attention to the John Carpenter classic. And what did he do to it? He turned the volume up, basically, took the original idea and wrote a whole new story with different plot elements. And after all the hard work of going, that film was popular, do you know what it could do with to improve it? Me. What was the final result? Halloween, starring Malcolm McDowell and Brad Dourif. What? Hold the fucking bus. This film stars at Clockwork Orange's Alex and Charles plays Chucky, and they're the good guys. That's ironic. But what about the film's storyline? Michael Myers is a young boy who kills his stepfather, his sister, and her boyfriend. And after 17 years of being committed, he escapes and heads back home to see his baby sister. His doctor has made a fortune on selling him off as a boogeyman, and now must do whatever he can to stop Michael's murderous carnage. Wait a minute, stepfather? I don't remember there ever been a stepfather in the original. Oh no. He's going back and fucking with the origin story, isn't he? See, I can't stand this. If you are remaking a classic, then remake it. But changing the origin, in my eyes, is taking something perfect and then ripping it to pieces and sticking new shit to it. It might work, it might improve it, but it's not what we're expecting and can do more bad than good. Don't believe me? Let's take a look at Nightmare on Elm Street, shall we? In the original, Freddy Krueger was a child murderer who, due to some paperwork not being filed in the right places, got away scot-free. That sounds reasonable and that sounds fair. What did we go for with the remake? Oh, he was a paedophile who abused children at the preschool he worked with. For fuck's sake. Yes, he was a child killer. Why can't they just be a child killer? Why can't they just be fucked in the head and be a killer? That is what a killer should be. Why do they have to have this dramatic shit going on in their life before it? Oh, because a lot of people will say, yeah, they need a backstory, they need a reason why they do all this. I'll tell you why, because they're fucking nuts. And if that's not good enough for you, how about the new Child's Play film? In the original, he had Brad Dourif playing Charles Lee Ray, a serial killer who moved his soul into the good guy doll before he died, so that he could live on through the doll, find someone new to possess, and switch souls with them and take control over their body. And what did the remake do? Some pissed off employee turns off the security settings in the buddy doll. That's it. No possession. This is literally just bad software. What? Sometimes just don't fuck about with something. Or just come up with some original ideas and leave the classics the fuck alone. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Start the film. And if you remember, it's Halloween, so the film starts with the infamous moment of Michael Myers killing him. Shut the fuck up, will ya? Why is everything so loud, for fuck's sake? Do they really need the struggling mother, the creepy stepfather, the crying baby, the slutty sister, and the boy who just killed a rat? Because fucking why not? They're trying too hard, and the film is only 5 minutes in. Calm the fuck down. Michael's stepfather, he's a bit of a dick. Bet he dies. A bully at school picks on Michael. Bet he dies too. And here is my first warning sign of the film. The classic theme. Don't worry, it's still in the film. It just comes out of fucking nowhere. Seriously, I get that in the background you have Dr. Loomis talking about some of the warning signs Judith Marsh should look out for. But they don't need this song for that. In the original, it was played as a calling card that the shape is here. But this is just Michael Myers, a young boy sat in a chair running away. Yeah, it builds up to him taking on the bully. But come on. And yes, I called it. Michael beats the bully to death. And here is something I noticed which I am going to praise the film for. You see, Michael only attacks when he's wearing a mask, which is something I really did like. I referred to Michael earlier as the Shape. And that's because when Michael Myers wears the mask, he is nothing more than a killer. There's no emotion, there's no expression. He is this blank canvas with black eyes who doesn't give a fuck, who won't tell you anything, who won't say a word. He's literally just there to kill you. He's just the Shape. And I was impressed that at no point in this film did they fuck that up. So Michael's sister's boyfriend is the one who had the mask. They've given the mask a backstory. Okay, did it need one? That's fine. But it does now gross me out that every time Michael wears the mask, his sister probably had sex with her boyfriend while he wore it. Ugh. We kind of know what happens here, you know, slash, bonk, and dead. Right, 20 years later, what? We have to watch Michael develop into the Shape. Okay. Let's see how this goes. This is the first time of the film where I'm genuinely bored. Oh, fuck off. I don't know if you can see me. My other light just died. And I'm using a Yankee candle. This is the first part of the film where I am genuinely bored. Okay, he killed the nurse. And when his mother takes off the mask, he is no longer in control without it. But I'm still bored. And yes, Judith Miles kills herself with the baby in the other room with the same sound effect of it crying. I'm not joking. Listen to this.
I will skull fuck this shit!
And now, Michael is fully grown into a giant. Why? And Dr. Loomis is no longer his doctor because he's bored? Oh, and the hospital have hired hillbillies to replace Machete. Seriously, any more cameos in this film and I'm going to throw up. Oh look, the hillbillies are perverts. I bet they die. And now Machete. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Which is an interesting one, I will say. Michael has no remorse anymore. Not even to the people who have done nothing wrong. Danny Trejo's character has been good to him for 15 years. Sure, he's not a doctor, he was hired as a cleaner and locked up every now and then. But he always expressed care to Michael. And kind of respected him a little bit. But now, there's nothing. Just a Shape. As Michael should be. Michael escapes, blah blah blah. Right, Halloween can start properly now. Here is one of my biggest issues with this film. One of the biggest problems with it, the Shape is supposed to have black eyes. You don't see his eyes. You're never supposed to see his eyes. Because his eyes sparkle. And you're not supposed to have Michael's eyes sparkle. Because he is soulless. There's no twinkle in his eye. He's just a murderous killer who doesn't care. Why can't we see his eyes? You're giving him expression and we don't want expression. We don't want to have any form of sympathy towards this guy. He's just out to kill people now. It makes Michael more human, the fact that we can see his eyes. And I hate it. I do, I hate it. Michael Myers has just found Laurie Strode. His spider senses must be tingling. Ah, the gravesite. Wait. Is that? Oh, for fuck's sake! Did it really need to say trick or treat, or could you just have a natural time of passage in your film? Or were you that lazy you couldn't be asked to think of something to have the passage of time, so you just thought, fuck it, this'll do. One of the most famous murders in horror film history. And I don't care if a lot of nerds want to come out and say, that's not possible, he would have fallen down, the knife would have fallen down, there's no way he could have held him up. Bullshit, I don't care, it looks cool. And now the Shape is wearing the ghost outfit, and this girl doesn't notice that her boyfriend has doubled in size. This is why I called him a giant earlier. Michael doesn't look like a normal guy in a costume anymore. He stands out way more now. And that for me is a problem. He's supposed to be able to blend in. And now he can't, because he's just a giant. Holy shit, Michael just fucked you in the face! That was cool. We now have the final act. Dr. Loomis and Sheriff Brackett are working together to find Michael and stop him before he kills everyone. And this is where we get to the backstory. You see, after Judith Miles kills herself, Sheriff Brackett took the baby to a hospital. A couple months later, the Strode couple adopted the baby. Laurie Strode is the baby sister of Michael Myers. Michael has returned to Haddonfield to find his sister and be a big brother. Fuck off. He just manages to stumble on her. No, he finds her, and quickly. How did he know where she was? How was he able to find her that quick? That's the problem. I can't allow that level of bollocks. I just can't. It's too coincidental. In the original, he's just a shape, returned home, and goes on a murderous rampage. It's in the sequel where we find out that Laurie is his sister. Which, now, thanks to the reboot of Halloween, they removed that. Meaning the shape is just a killing machine. Which he should be. And this is where we have the coolest visual. And I actually love this. So I'm just going to let it play. The door creaks closed and the shape is standing there without Laurie even noticing. I love that. Oh no, love, you just keep shouting her name. Don't tell her to run or anything. You just shout her name. Did he just moan? Michael Myers has been silent for 15 years and has now moaned after being shot. Fuck you, Rob Zombie. I hate this bit. Are you trying to gain Michael Myers some sympathy? Piss off. Did she just stab him in his shoulder? The fuck is that gonna do? Loomis is shouting Michael, which means nothing to him anymore. This is the shape, and he wants to kill the sister who has just rejected him. Can I be honest? I think the actress playing Laurie Strode does a decent job, but the writing makes me just hate her. How many times is she going to give herself away for fuck's sake? And it's here where Rob Zombie can eat my ass. Stop with the shaky cam bullshit, you're giving me a headache. The film ends with Laurie screaming after just shooting Michael in the face. Fuck, I was bored watching this. This film is too loud and not structured in the slightest. It's paced awfully and it tries too hard to get emotion from Michael. Can't we just have the classic couldn't give a fuck killer? For story, it's a remake, and for a remake, it's a bad one. The added elements take so much away from it all and just left me disappointed, and gets a 1.5. For execution, Rob Zombie, stop smelling your own farts. Visually, alright, but it's a total mindfuck, and gets a 2. This film is rejected. I absolutely adore the Halloween franchise. Hell, I adore the first one so much. It's one of my top 10 horror films of all time. The OG babysitter murders, which have been imitated so many times, but no one's ever beaten. What did you think of the film? Comment down below or check out my social media. All the links are in the description. And if you enjoyed the review, hit that like button. I'd highly appreciate it. And as always, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to never miss a review. Thanks for watching.